Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Battletech, the campaign. I'm your host, Colors Fade. It's episode 3. So here we are, around this little planet here. We are only 2 missions into the entire game. We're around Belafron. There are not many missions to take here. In fact, there's only one. Terrorist convoy. I hate ambushing a convoy. It's my least favorite activity. But it's all we have. And we don't have a lot of money, so we're also going to have to take these missions that are going to pay for our flight to other places like New Detroit. So we're going to take this mission. Ambushing a convoy sucks. I would like to get, 170, there's $40,000 difference in trying to get a piece of salvage. The thing with the convoy is they're going to have 4 mechs defending it. So even if they're little mechs, they're going to be locusts and things like that. We might still have a chance to get one good part out of it for down the road. So we're going to do this. We're going to go in with the same group of people we had last time in the same mechs. Decker's going to take this spider and try to sensor lock things. And everybody else is just going to try to shoot stuff. With ambushing the convoy, they have the little trucks. They have little APCs and strikers and things like that. And those gradually get bigger as the game goes along. They get so big that a smaller or medium mech can't step on them and kill them. There are some later on that are just savage. There's a short-range missile SRM carrier that hails enough SRMs at you that it's staggering how much damage it can do in one turn. You want to kill that sucker the second you see it. So here's the way this works. Intercept the vehicles before they escape the trap, then we'll extract to our designated location. We don't have to worry about extraction if we just kill everything. So that's generally my rule of thumb, is just kill everything. You want to stop them from escaping. Here's what they call the denial zone. Anytime you see one of these interrupt a convoy thing, all you really want to do is find the denial zone and head straight for it. Forget about these other points. Doesn't matter. Tactically, just run out here. Find the place closest to the denial zone that's going to intersect wherever they're at, and get your mechs out there as fast as you can.
You betcha.
So we're going to run our mechs out here. We got snow biome, so we're going to have less heat problems, which will be really nice. And you can hear their convoys rumbling. And then stopping. So we'll do our thing here.
Got it.
Now I'm not going to use my spider to do anything other than to hang with his buddies, because the minute you run into the other mechs or cars, then you go into turn-based mode and you have to manually start sprinting your guys. So I want to run into them at the last possible second.
Location.
And also, when you're in this mode where you're not in combat and you're just sprinting around, the game orders your people according to left to right, how you ordered them when you drop them from your ship. So that's why it's always best to put your heavier mechs first, so you can move them first and see how far they can go before you send your light mechs too far ahead. So I always try to put my heaviest mech on the left and then go down and wait from there. What we're going to do is, we don't want to rush up there and shoot at these guys because they're going to have evasion from moving. We want them to move into our kill box. There's no overwatch like there is in XCOM. So what I want to do is move and grab as much evasion as I can. And then just brace for him. Oh yeah, and I want to wait till everybody's done moving actually. So we're going to wait until all their guys... They've got two things over there that move it in Initiative 2, which are heavier, considered heavier than our guys. If those are mechs, we're kind of screwed. We're going to reserve. Odds are they're vehicles. They're not mechs. So we're going to reserve again. We're going to see what moves that's heavy. Here comes one of the cars. It's a striker. Great. If he shoots at our guy, he has full evasion. He's got 4 pips. He's not going to get hurt. But the mistake we made is that we didn't reserve our light mech so that he could go use his sensor lock on these 2 guys. So that was the one mistake that I've already made in this. But it's okay. We're going to do our best. This guy gets 3 pips here. He has an AC-5, a medium laser, and a short-range missile to try and kill the guy. And he's got a long-range missile that'll hit this guy. So here's a classic case of how you want to do this. We've got a guy that has the split multi-target ability. You can see down here the long-range missile is going to only have a 40% chance to hit this guy. But a little further away, it has an 85% chance to hit this guy. So we're going to go like this. A, B, and we're going to move this long-range missile to hit B. And now we have a high chance to hit all of our weapons.
Primary target is damaged, Commander. Keep it up.
Mathematically, I will take splitting my targets and having high percentage shots to hit every single time because I just feel like it's the best way to do things. Sometimes you see a mech that you just need to forget what everybody's to hit shots are and have everybody focus on bringing it down. But for the most part, I think making sure you have high percentage shots that do a lot of damage and then splitting them up, I think it's a better strategy than having 1 mech with 1 good shot and 3 mechs with really poor shots. Instead, all focusing on 1 target. Instead, have them all focus on different targets with high percentage shots. Your aggregate damage in the turn is going to be higher. And that's the whole point, is to make the whole encounter take as few turns as possible. You're never going to kill everything in 1 turn. You're never going to kill everything in 2 or 3 turns. But if you can kill everything in 4 turns instead of 8 turns, that's the difference between your mechs ending up chewed up and possibly dead. So the most amount of damage you can do in aggregate over the course of X number of turns is the best, mathematically speaking. So I like to take as many high percentage shots as I can. This guy here, he's got his 2 AC2s. They're going to hit really well down here in the long one, and the medium lasers are going to hit on the short one. Unfortunately, Medusa doesn't have the ability to split yet. So we're going to pick 1 target. We're going to try... Whenever I have 2 targets like this and I'm splitting my time between them, I still am trying to focus on taking one down faster than the other. So in this case, instead of him using his ACs on this and not shooting at this one, it makes more sense. He doesn't have split. Let's just shoot everything at this. This one still took more damage. It took more weapons from my last mech than it did than this guy down here. So that's the logic there. And he's dead. The autocannons are great for killing little vehicles.
What can I do for you?
So now Glitch is up here, and she can't get a lot of evasion doing that, but she can jump. And if we jump her, see right here, units passing through geothermal terrain only sink 50% of their normal heat. I don't really want to do that. So I'd rather jump her and do something like this where she's going to get 4 evasion. Point her in this direction and have her unload her alpha strike over here on this guy. She's got the PPC. It's got an 85% chance to hit. So that was good. All of that was good on that turn, except for the lack of using our sensor lock guy. He's got 3 evasion, so that's cool. Most of those missiles are going to miss. We're going to let Decker reserve. We're going to play him smart this time. He's a light mech. He's flexible. We know that this guy's a medium mech because he moves in the same initiative phase as our medium mechs. So the other one down there is light, and this guy's a medium. So we would prefer to kill the medium mech first. Well, let's see if we can wipe him out. Now, Decker, I need you to do something like this, to move over here and give me a shot at everybody.
Jumping.
Okay. So there's the striker that he can shoot at, but there's this guy, the javelin. We got another javelin and we got another javelin. So this one's out in the open. It doesn't have the cover that this guy have, which is why he's got a tree here. So that's going to add to his damage reduction. This guy doesn't have anything. If we sensor lock him, we remove that and we make it reasonable to hit him. And now here comes the other truck. It's a galleon, which means it's got like a bunch of weapons on it. And if they want to shoot at my spider, that's fine, because he's got a bunch of evasion, so their odds of hitting him are slim. Medusa has all his weapons, and he has no split. And he doesn't have to worry about heat. Because of the biome. You can see it here. Polar biomes increase the heat sink and use it by 20%. He might be able to destroy the striker. He can only hit 2 of his weapons on this guy, and since he can't split, I'm not going to have him split. So I'm just going to have him shoot at this. And that's destroyed. And that means our other 2 guys who have split ability can focus on one of these mechs. Oh, that hit him. That's not good. So that's a big one down here. We don't like that.
Good to go.
She's going to move down here. She gets no evasion there. No evasion there. So let's see what she's got here. What about the galleon? What does it have? It has a medium laser and 2 short lasers. And the javelins just have LRM 15s. Okay. They're not as much of a threat. I'm not worried about killing this thing because it's going to crawl up here and we can jump on it. I am worried about just kind of getting enough evasion here. I don't want to sprint, I want to move. So if I move her there, I get 2 pips of evasion. Not really worried about killing that, but 3 of her weapons have pretty good 2-hit chances on it, and they also have the same for this javelin. So let's take these guys out. We don't want to get hit by their LRMs. Head destroyed. Oh, wow. No way. Headshot. This early in the game, I got a headshot. That's going to give me all 3 mech parts. Unfortunately, we didn't take the salvage to guarantee ourselves all 3 parts. We took like a 1 in 5 or something. So that's going to kind of stink. But that's what it is. We get 3 pieces of... I'm going to do this. This gives me 3 evasion. It lets me shoot at him for 65, 80, and 70. We can stomp on him next turn. The problem is that guy shooting at us. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to move. We're going to use evasion vigilance to grant us some guarded. So we'll have some damage reduction. And then I think the smart thing, you could take a shot at this guy too. All of our weapons hit this thing really well. And if we look at it, he's got the auto cannon. 5. I'm going to shoot at this guy. I'm going to shoot at him. Oh gosh, we blew him up. No way. That never happens. Oh my gosh. I couldn't be more thrilled with how that turned out. Wow, that was a good turn for us. Jeez. We got this guy's LRM 15, which sucks, but fortunately we got evasion and damage reduction, so maybe we can get him killed this turn. Reserve, because I want this thing to move closer to me. He's going to move right up on me. He's going to miss, because I've got evasion. Alright, let's see does he have any evasion? He's got 2. Okay. Alright, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to have him attack that.
Engaging physical attack. Leopard inbound, Commander.
Now if you want to, you can just head straight to your evacuation LZ zone, which is right over here. You'd have to run by this guy. Well, why do that? He's going to get a bunch of chances to shoot you, and he may shoot you in the back, and he may kill you. It makes a lot of times in this game where the evac zone is actually makes no sense for the mission. A lot of these maps are really small, and it just makes no sense. Here, I think they do it to encourage you to just kill all these guys. So Decker is going to go over here. He's going to hide because I don't want this guy shooting at him. And if he does, I want him to have a lot of evasion. He's going to sensor lock this bozo. So there, we just took off those 2 chances of him getting hit. she's got pretty good 2-hit shots on him. She's got 2 autocannon 2s. So I'm going to spend a little bit more of my resolve to shoot him. And I'm just going to try to core him out.
All weapons, fire.
Oh, she hit him in the head too. She's got his right arm and his right torso.
Reporting critical hit.
See, you gotta love that.
I hear ya.
She's got the PPC, which 75. I don't think I get it. Oh, I get it 80 if it's there. 85 if it's there, plus the LRM. I'll take those odds. Then I won't have to use it in my resolve. Save it in case we need it. In case he lives through the sea. 85% in my PPC missed. I hate that. I hate that gun. And I love replacing it with something else. Because it's so much better with something else. Everything else is better than the PPC. The PPC is... The particle cannon is one of those things that you fear
Waiting on you,
when it's
Commander.
being shot at you. And you hate it when you're the one shooting it. It's like, what in blazes? What's going on here? So let's sensor lock this guy.
Sensor lock.
And now we can just go in here and shoot this guy. Let's get Medusa. He's just going to run up here.
My way.
He's got the autocannons. They're medium lasers. His autocannons needed to be further away. So we're just going to shoot him with lasers. She's going to try to shoot again with this thing. PPC at 80%. I'm going to use some of my resolve so that she has... No, it's 5% more for that. Forget it. Just hit him. There you go. There you go. He's almost dead. This guy has a bunch of weapons. What's the optimal range for him to be on? When can I get his LRMs involved? 80... 75. So that gets his LRM involved with a much higher percentage than like 30 or 40. And then we can take him, use precision strike. Now we can pop him. There we go. Medium laser got him. He's done.
Enemy mech destroyed.
That is beautiful. That is a thing of beauty. Right there. So that mission like that early in the game, that's about as easy as those escort missions can possibly get. But see, because we headshot that one guy, we got all these javelins to choose from, and unfortunately we can only choose one. So hopefully randomly, because it's going to give us 5 more items, it'll give us some of those. It gave us 2. That sucks. So that's the disadvantage. You don't... Headshots are 2%. So there would have been no reason for us to select maximum salvage on that, because we had no way that was going to happen. It was still smarter for us to take mostly money. Contract the Rimward Frontier. Alright, everybody gather around. After our last talk, I bit the bullet and started fishing around for uncertified contracts. And I might, I repeat might, have caught us something. Who's the client? Unknown. She didn't ID herself in the message, but she claims to be a member of the Canopian elite. She says that she's got a big job lined up and she wants us for it. Us specifically. She called the commander out by name. She's got good taste in mercenaries, whoever she is. This all sounds perfectly legitimate and not at all suspicious. You certain this client isn't really a bounty hunter? Because I can list off about 5 different banks that all love to repossess this ship. We're shopping for uncertified contracts beyond the review board's backing. Hell no, I'm not certain. But for what it's worth, I can confirm that she's rich. She reached out to us with a priority HPG message, and those things ain't cheap. But the cool part about this game is you can always hover over something to find out what it means. Hyperpulse Generator, or HPG, is a device capable of sending terabytes of compressed information from one point to another at faster than light speeds. All modern HPG arrays are owned and operated by Comstar. That sounds suspiciously corporate. Well, we'll meet with this new mystery client, but that's all we'll do until we've heard her pitch. That's fair, Commander. We need to follow up on this, but that doesn't mean we can't be cautious. A meeting is just a meeting. What's the worst that could happen? Our new client vents us out of the airlock, and our corpses spend the rest of forever tumbling through the icy vastness of space. Thanks for that delightful imaging. Look, Rick, I'll admit this is sketchy as hell. It's also the best lead we're likely to find. If you want to follow up, plot a course to Bellerophon. The client will be waiting. Contract to meet with our Canopian mystery client is ready for review in the command center. Take a look when you're ready, Commander. Our mech warriors have picked up experience. Don't forget, you can check the state of our finances. This is one of the weird things about the game is you can check your finances. And right up here, it'll say bank loan interest payment. And surprisingly, at a certain point in time, when somebody takes all these loans off your hand, you still end up paying $70,000 in bank loan interest payments. It's kind of odd. And a lot of players have crapped about it on the message board, and I kind of wish this would go away at the appropriate point in the story. All right, let's look at our contracts. Benefactor. It's a 1 skull mission priority. There's an ordnance depot capture. So the thing I love about this game is that you can do things in the order you want to. This is a priority mission. If you fail this, and we're on an Iron Man mode, if we fail it, then game over. So I kind of like to go in over-mech'd. We're not over-mech'd right now. We're not even close. You can go around and do missions until you feel like you're ready to take one of these on, and that's precisely what we're going to do. I'm going to take a look at our mech bay first. Because we have the little spider, took a little bit of damage. So 2 days, 5,400 credits. We got some C-bills. We're going to take this contract over here. This is going to take us to Detroit, 17 days away, but they're going to pay for our travel. And it's a simple capture base mission. So we're going to negotiate for nearly the maximum. The thing on capture base is you're going to go up against a lot of different mechs. So you'd kind of like to be able to do this and take some more salvage, but we got to give up a lot of money to get 2 guaranteed pieces. So whenever you have a difference between 1 and 5 and 1 and 7, just take the 1 and 5 and take the more money. This is going up against a local pirate organization. I don't like that. That creates more work for us to make friends with the pirates, but that's what we have.
Job's done, Commander.
Our spider's ready to go, and our other mech warrior, Behemoth, is about ready to be ready for combat. So the first time I played the campaign, I took it really cautiously, and I love the fact about this game that you can do as many missions as you want to and go to the priority missions when you want to do them. And so later in the game, I was taking the priority missions with full lances of assault mechs, best mechs you can get. And the thing is that they were still nail biters. The campaign missions are kind of hard. They're a little unique and they're kind of difficult, and they're nail biters. So I really feel like if you're going to get through it, you do need to be over-mech'd for them. If the mission says 1 skull, you probably need at least 2 skulls of mechs dropping. And later on, when they're 3.5 skulls, you need to have 5 skulls of mechs dropping. So let's proceed with this mission. Same group of people before. I like the idea of taking Behemoth in because she's got this naturally bulwark, but we don't have a good mech for her to use yet. So if we're going to have a light mech out there like a spider, we might as well keep making use of Decker. And even though it says we've got 2 skulls worth of drop tonnage, basically, I think it considers this 2 skulls. We're not a 2. We can barely do this. We can barely do a 1 skull mission right now. And when I say barely do, I'm sure there's some Battletech players out there right now saying, "Oh no, I could do that mission with that lance you've got. I could do a 2 skull mission with that lance you got." You could do it, but how many repairs are you going to have to do when you get back? How much is your whole entire profit of doing the mission going to end up being poked back into your mechs because you have to refit them? That's the thing. Mech refitting gets very, very expensive, and then it takes a lot of days. There's nothing worse and coming back with a mech that's had most of its parts blown off, and then you have to spend not only half of the money you earned on the mission putting it back together, but now it's out of commission for like 15 days. That sucks. And I had that happen to me the first time I played the campaign because I got a little overzealous. And I thought, oh, I can do this. And then I walked out and it's like I lost a mech and a pilot, and I lost a really good weapon, and another mech had to be repaired, and it took 15 days, and it was like, So this is this base. It's every base that I've ever seen has turrets around them. So we're going to have to find the turrets. And the turrets don't have, on all these bases, only the story mission turrets have like a thing that a generator that you can blow up to take them offline. So I've never actually seen this map before. This looks like it might be a DLC map. So where do we want to go? What do we want our angle of approach to be? Because if we go down here into these flatlands and cross across here, actually I think I have seen this map. I have seen this map just from a different angle. There's a mission that always gets played out here on this road with some mechs right up against this building. And it's a nasty mission because there are reinforcements that come in on this hill over here. So I have seen this map. I just haven't seen it used as a base mission. We could walk all the way down this road and try to enter through here. There's a bunch of rocky terrain here. This is that map boundary that you can't go past. It's like the hard deck from Top Gun. So we could go in that way. I'm concerned about going in through what seems like the obvious approach, the flatland approach, and you come in here and you come up through these buildings and you do this. I'm concerned about that approach just because of how the game likes to do reinforcements. But it still seems like it might be the best approach. So for now, we're going to take it. We're going to see what happens.
Coordinates received.
The other thing is you can have a custom flag here. We haven't done any of that customization yet, but I do want to show that off. It's really cool. You can customize the flag and the mechs and your colors and all that kind of stuff. And I like that part about this game a lot. I just feel like I've enjoyed the games that I've played from Harebrained Schemes Studio. I feel like for an indie developer, they're really good at doing what they do. They're really smart about it. What the hell? There's no garrison. Wait, we're getting something. Commander, looks like the garrison was on patrol and they're on their way back. Get ready for multiple contacts. Yeah, that doesn't sound promising. I don't like that at all. But anyway, I've liked the games from Harebrained Schemes, the Shadowrun games I've played. And of course, obviously, I'm a huge Stellaris fan, so we all know about that.
Orders.
And so Paradox had a hand in making this game. They were basically the producing company on it, provided some resources and some QA teams and things like that. But between the two of them, I thought they did a bang-up job with this game. I've been really impressed. Obviously, I'm impressed with it because I've been playing it a lot. And in order to get me to play a game this much, clearly they're doing something right.
Heads up, Commander. You've got hostile.
So we just had dropships land. 3 of them.
We've got an unknown on sensors.
Unknown mech. The shadow of that one made it look not so good. So it looked like a tough mech. So this is going to be interesting. So 2 of the mechs we know for sure are light mechs because they're at initiative 4. I'm going to reserve Decker. Here's the other initiative 4 mech, and then we know this guy's a medium mech, right? Oh, it's a fire starter. I hate these guys. I hate them. Ugh. So if he gets close enough, he's got 2 flamethrowers. He'll engage you in melee, and his flamethrowers will completely overheat your guys, which just stinks. So, Decker,
Ready for orders.
I would like you to circle up around here. I don't care so much about you being able to hit this guy,
On my
but
way.
face him would probably be smart. Yeah, all 3 of their mechs are light mechs, so we should be okay here. And before anybody says, "Oh, it's a half skull mech," it's a half skull mission. You know these are easy. No. Now, this game will throw missions at you that are not skulled correctly, that are not rated correctly, and you will get your butt handed. And I think they do that just to teach you to be cautious. I got into like a 1 skull mission one time. Not only did I get reinforcements, a full lance of 4 reinforcements. It's one of these missions I haven't showed you yet, but it's a mission where you need to take a group of other mechs out on a training mission. So you can only take 1 of your guys, 1 of your mech warriors, and 1 of your mechs. And the game provides you with 3 others that are basically trash. On a lot of those missions, that trash is just enough to defeat the enemy. But no, I got like reinforcements, and one of them was an assault mech, and that thing, that whole experience just chewed up and was like, okay, I need to learn to be cautious, and you need to learn to punch out, to withdraw if you need to. In this case, we're hoping we don't have to withdraw. So what we'd like to do is jump for my love. Jump in. I'd like to get out of the way, because now he's close. And I don't want him overheating me. So I just want to get out of the way. These are not good shots at all, but we're going to take them. Yeah, this is the best we got. I just wanted to get out of the way. I don't want him using his flamethrowers on me. So it's not great, but now all of his stuff is done. So can she get a shot? She has the ACs and the medium lasers. That's okay. Jump her to there. What do we get? 70, 65. If we move her, she can't really move. She's in a tight spot. Move her to there. We get really good numbers there. Okay. Medusa. Kill this thing. Only the missiles hit. The other stuff just completely hit the building instead.
Oh yeah.
That guy's voice is all wrong for his picture. I have to change it every time, but you can't. Okay. The Vindicator has what? The PPC? Can we... Is there somewhere else we can jump to where we can get a really good shot of this guy? Yeah, 75, 55, and 70 without... Yeah, we're going to jump up there. It's not... This isn't the best. Oh, we hit his leg though and we destroyed it. Oh, I love it. I've been getting lucky with some shots on these missions early, because this doesn't happen to me when I'm playing with light and medium mechs. It just doesn't. So here comes one of the other ones. It's a Javelin. I've been seeing those. A lot of those. So I don't remember seeing those the first time I played the campaign, and I'm thinking that's a DLC mech that all of a sudden is really popular now with the game. We're going to reserve our boy here. And a Jenner. Okay, these guys suck. Yep, you can see he's got a lot of hardware. Now he gets hot,
Not much armor left.
so he's not going to be able to do that a lot, but that's not a good thing for us. Let's take a look at what we can actually do. Because jumping up here, that's not wise. I feel like retreating out and giving ourselves some space to fight is probably the best move. So if I move like right here, one of these spots, yeah, right there. If I move her right there, she can shoot at, or him, me, that's my guy, Blade Runner. I can shoot at him to try to keep him on the ground and hope he never gets up. Yeah, let's do that. Because if we can do that, that would be fantastic. Yeah, we get aimed shot. He's running short. Just aim for his core. We hit the tree.
Enemy mech.
Critical damage, but he's still going to get back up. Here he comes. These guys are shooting my blackjack, so I got to get him out of there. Because you can see...
Internal structure damage.
I know, you got internal structure damage. We're going to get you out of there.
Ready for orders.
Yeah. I'm going to jump you back. Figure out where the best spot for you to jump is. That gets us 80%. Yep, so right there gets us 80%. I like that.
Engaging jump jet.
Right there. So if we just fire at you.
Roger that.
Oh. More stuff blew up.
That hit something good.
I like that.
What can I do for you?
Since we're shooting at this guy, that's why I'm not using Decker yet. And there's no reason to sensor lock this guy,
Yes,
because
Commander.
he's the one we're shooting at. So She can get a 75% PPC shot off there. She can get a 75% one off there. There's no sense making it any closer. We don't have to. So, kill him.
Here we go.
Well, there we go. PPC finished him off. Now we're down to 2 mechs.
Stay down.
So our boy here, what do we want to do with you? You could jump and actually take a shot at this fool over here.
Firing jump jet.
Probably not the best shot, and you've really only got 2 weapons here, but it's a javelin, so. Structure exposed. Remember, when your resolve is over 50%, everybody else gets bonuses to hit. So you don't necessarily want to use your resolve just because you're at 50%. I like to use it to make sure that my guys have defense.
Minor damage.
Okay, so this is what I wanted. Wanted this situation right here.
On the move.
Because the javelin just moved. And that's the one I want to kill. So he's going to sensor lock it now. The javelin has made its play.
Sensors locked on.
Oh no, it didn't. I was wrong. It's the other guy who moved. Well, my fault. He moved, and so our sensor lock took some of that.
Damn it. I've got an armor breach.
Well, stop your pouting. This is the guy we want to protect. So what can we do to protect him? Get him some more evasion for one thing. And then that's a pretty good to hit. Now he's in a position where both people can shoot at him. So what I'm going to do is give him vigilance to make sure that he has some guarded so he takes some damage reduction next turn. Because they appear to want to go after him. That's something about the blackjack. The enemy AI really seems to like to go after the blackjack.
Target.
If you've got one,
Will hit.
it seems to want to kill it. Jump for my love. Jumping. She's got the same numbers there as if she jumps to there. Yeah, so we're going to stretch her
Taking the
out.
high road.
She's getting a little hot too, so yeah, we're going to turn the medium laser off because those medium lasers just collectively to generate a lot of heat. This guy can generate 2 pieces of evasion, and oh, he doesn't have a good shot at that guy. Okay. Then we're just gonna alpha strike this fool. Oh, we destroyed his right leg, so he's gonna fall down. Oh no, we got everything. All right, we're getting a little closer. Oh, and he just unloaded. Oof. That was everything he had because he's got an LRM-15.
Standing by.
So now we can do this.
Move order received.
He's moved and he's shot. We will sensor lock him and remove his last 2
I've got a sensor lock.
pieces of evasion, and then
What do you need?
go after him.
Confirmed.
The blackjack. Oh yes, get him. Hurt him. Hurt him. She can move and get 2 pieces of evasion and still have a pretty good chance of hitting him. What happens if she moves closer? Ooh, I like that. She's got all her weapons then. And she hasn't been generating any heat. So, she hasn't been generating any heat, so we're going to take a little shot here. Oh yeah. Oh, that hurt.
I hear you.
That hurt, yeah. Okay, what do you got? Yeah.
You betcha.
She doesn't have enough heat room to shoot this, does she? Oh, she does. Okay, it's 55%. I don't know if it'll help.
Firing on target.
There we go. Dropship inbound.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Did you see it?
So all we have to do now is run up in here, capture the zone
Move into position.
with 1 mech, I think. Yep. Depot is ours, Commander. Alright.
Mission successful.
Mission successful. Well, tell me about it. I like that. I like the sounds of that. So we got a blackjack with some damage. He was the guy taking it. A javelin, a 30-ton light class mech that can do some damage. But if we take it, since we have 2 of 3 pieces, that means we'll be able to complete one, which we could then sell or use ourselves. I like the idea of the javelin with a LRM-15 being able to launch from distance and just run around and then sensor lock things when it's not shooting. I like it as a replacement for the Spider. If has strong jumping capabilities and can pump out considerable damage with LRMs. Taken together, these qualities make it a superior harasser and fire support unit, though it is prone to running out of ammo. Probably because it's so light, you can't put much ammo on it. Now we're going to refit our blackjack, but let's take a look at the Locust. I'm going to send it, removes all equipment and send it to storage, because every month you have to pay maintenance fees on the mechs that you have out here that you might be using. Look, it's got an LRM-15 and LRM ammo. So what do we have for contracts? Oh, we have contracts in this system. Nice. Okay. We have decent half-star contracts. So it's going to take 4 days for our blackjack to get fixed. We have a choice of either going out on a mission without it or waiting the 4 days. So we're going to go fast forward. Here's our financials. We're spending $238,000 a month. If you boost up for morale bonuses, which gives you more resolve during fights to use on special abilities, it costs more money. I've done it, but you got to have a really good influx of expensive mechs and weaponry. Basically, toward the end of the game, when you're grabbing max salvage and you don't care about the money and you're piecing together mechs and selling them, you can afford to do that. For now, we're just going to stand apart. We're not going to run out of money. We're at plus for where we started. We started at $1 million, so we're going to see what kind of mission we have here. If I want this to be an hour-long episode, we can go grab one more contract. So what we have here is middle management. This is an assassination. This is as simple as it gets. You got to go kill I love assassination missions, by the way. This is also when you have a chance to actually get decent mech parts. Now, on a low-level assassination mission like this, I'm not sure it's smart to go after it, but let's see what it is. It's the local pirate organization. Again, this is what sucks about the beginning of the game. We could grab, so all it can do is this is really bad. So one, we're only guaranteed 1 part each time. No, so you take the maximum payout, guarantee yourself 1 part. It's 126 versus 163. We're going to grab 1 guaranteed part. We're going to take these mechs as we were doing, but we're going to switch out the javelin for the Spider. The Spider's movement is maxed out. The javelin's movement is close to maxed out. I'd rather have him have the ability to shoot with LRMs because his 2 little medium lasers overheat really fast. They don't do a lot of damage. And they don't have great range. The LRMs create stability damage, which help you knock over mechs. And the fact that it's an LRM-15 is kind of awesome. Now, an LRM-15 is only going to give him 2, 4, 6, 7 shots. He's going to get 7 shots because he's got the 1 round of ammo in there. So he's only going to get it shoot 7 times in the whole encounter. But if he's sensor locking a bunch of times and only shooting a couple times, then that's actually a really good trade-off. So there's the mech. You can't quite see what it is. I don't know what that is from here. I wish I could zoom in and see. It looks like a decent mech, though. And so destroy the supporting enemies. So there's the mech, and here are the supporting enemies. And if we go over here, there's nothing we can do. There's kind of a road over here. This is the back alleyway. These guys would have to what? come over the hill at us. The problem is if we go up around these hills, this is sucky terrain, and this is why they created this map. This is perfect for it. They created this like Hawaii 5-0 map here. They want you to come around and up here and fight these guys where they have a tactical height advantage, which, by the way, you get a slight boost to accuracy by being above your enemy. And by us engaging the reinforcements over here, he's going to sneak up here behind us and stab us. I'm not going to play their game. There's an alternate route here. If we go down here on the back side of the Lost Island, this is right about where the plane crash was. You come back down around this side, there's a road that goes up this way. And they're going to follow, they're going to look for ways to come get us. So they're going to come down here. So we could fight them over here with our chests facing the enemy when he decides to show up. I like all of this much better. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to see if we can actually make this work. Just because you have a plan doesn't mean you can make it work.
Acknowledged.
So, tactically, we're going to try to do something. What is that? What is that? Spore field. Spores slow all units moving through them. Units standing in spore field suffer an additional 20% damage when hit due to the spore's corrosive effects. +4 difficulty to hit units passing through spore clouds. So if we go around it, I've never seen that, so I'm guessing that's part of the DLC, which is very cool. I always like new content. That's always fun. I don't want to pass through the spore field.
Roger that.
So that's cool. So our main objective here is to get over in position where we can actually fight these hippies.
Position confirmed.
Don't need to tell me twice.
Kind of on something that is a little more favorable conditions to us. And since we have jump jets, it's not as big of a deal where we're at. Now later on in the game when I'm playing assault mechs, and I don't use jump jets on assault mechs, you can put jump jets on assault mechs. I have yet to see an assault mech where putting a jump jet on them is a good idea.
Roger.
Because they just can't move very far. Even with jump jets, they just can't. So why put them on there? It's wasted space when you can put more heat sink, more weapons, more armor. But on these little guys, medium mechs, jump jets are a huge advantage. And even on some large mechs, they're a huge advantage. So
Commander.
Medusa can get up that far.
Location confirmed.
So I don't want anybody going past Medusa. So that's why we're going to do that. Alright, so now we have the first blip. Now we can kill the reinforcements first, and then we can worry about the main mech.
Incoming bandit.
Okay, so Medusa, Decker, we're going to save Decker. I wonder if I can change Medusa's voice. I need to see if I can do that. He's got this old man voice, but he's a young black man, so it totally doesn't work. You either have to change his face or his voice, one or the other. This is such the greatest mismatch. This guy's voice totally does not match this face. This is a great face, by the way, but that's a no matchy.
Good to go.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
Waiting for orders.
Decker, come on. I wanted to hear his voice because it sounds so much like Red Eye. So if we jump up here, I just want to give. Yeah, there's 3 mechs. I don't want them all shooting at him. I want him to have the maximum amount of evasion that he can probably get. But he's got to be able to see him. Stability damage I don't want to really take. So we're going to do this. Alright, Hawaii 5-0. What do we have here? We have a flea. This is a new mech. This is also something from the DLC because the flea did not exist before when I was playing in campaign or career. So that's got to be something new. I'm going to have him sensor lock that guy.
I've got a sensor lock.
Yes, Red Eye. The big mech now, the one that we actually have the contract on, was just moving that turn. So now we're going to come up here and fire the big guns. So what do we have up here? We have a Jenner, probably another Jenner behind it, and we have this thing called a flea. What does the flea have? it has all this little stuff on it. It has little tiny lasers and machine guns. And then it has 2 medium lasers and a flamer. It's got to have like no armor, right? It's got 120. It's got half the armor you can put on it. Wow, that's quite the little vehicle. I don't want to get hit by any of that stuff. Man, okay, I'm going to split my targets because the LRM on this is 30%. And even though this guy has evasion, the LRM on it is 40%. And the thing is, a lot of times what you want to do is you want to take one weapon and shoot at these guys because it helps take their evasion down. So then if they don't move very far the next turn, which often happens, and there's not a lot of space up here to play with, they won't move very far. They're not going to gain much evasion back. So then you've whittled them down and made them easier to shoot in the second turn. So would have been nice to hit him with that, but we missed him with the autocannon, which is too bad. So we take an evasion off of him.
No damage detected.
I know, but we took an evasion off of him. That's the important thing. That's the thing you have to realize. If he moves there, he doesn't get much in the way of... Well, no matter where he moves, he's not going to get much in the way of evasion. Now, if we put him here, this is great. This is why jump jets for these smaller mechs are great. He gets 4 evasion and he gets cover from the trees. So once again, we're going to ask our blackjack to do it. There's a locust back here. Great. AC2 and this thing. Autocannon. I'm going to have him shoot at the Jenner. I don't want this little guy hitting me, but I think I can get him with the mech behind me. I don't want to waste these autocannon shots. These medium lasers are 70%. Okay, fine. We're going to turn the autocannons off. And we're just going to ask the medium lasers to hit this thing.
Roger.
And he missed with both. So, now I'm disappointed in myself for not shooting at the Jenner. Yeah, you sucked it.
I hear ya.
You screwed the pooch, and you didn't hit anything. So now, when we get back to the ship, you can go into the simulator and work your butt off with your stick there. 65 to hit. Can I get anything better than 65 to hit with the PPC? Nope. Then I'm going to at least get some cover.
Affirmative.
This guy's 40% to hit with the LRM. He's 30. I'm just going to shoot this whole thing in here. That flea is frustrating. Here comes the locust. I'm really frustrated when I have something good like an autocannon lined up at 70% and it just completely misses because it's such a powerful weapon.
Ready for orders.
This, yeah, see, that sounds like Red Eye, doesn't it? Ready for orders.
Commander,
How many times can I do that?
what's up, boss?
Doesn't that sound like Red Eye? Doesn't that sound like Red Eye from Fallout 4, Nuka World? I totally think that's him, but the credits say it's not. I mean, his credits, the actor who played Red Eye in Nuka World is not listed anywhere in the Battletech credits, but that sounds dead on like he's the guy. That just blows my mind. Okay, LRM 15. What distance do you need to be at to make that happen? None. I can't get a better shot than that. I can get him 65% on the locust. Dang.
On my way.
Alright, well. Dang. I almost feel like I should shoot the locust because it's 65%. 65% means that each missile has a 65% chance to hit him. So if you're going to shoot 15 missiles at him, that means that 65%, roughly 10% of 10 of them are going to hit this guy. Well, that's a lot of missiles to hit him. Over here, it's 45%, which means that probably 7 missiles are going to hit him. I'd rather hit this guy with 10 missiles. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay. Now the Jenner's going to move. Let's see if we can finish these guys off here. They're doing way more damage to us than we're doing to them. That stupid little light mech there is just crushing me. Here comes the flea, and he's going to be up close, and he's going to use his flamethrower. So, my solution to this, see, and he hits us, and he get -1 evasion. Here comes the flamethrower, which is going to make our heat go way up. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I hate that. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, I think, if we just kick him. He's so small.
Engaging physical attack.
Yes.
Enemy
And that makes some of our heat dissipate because it's a melee attack. Melee attacks don't generate heat. I can melee attack this guy, but I don't think I can kill him. Not sure what the wisest course of action here is. What about my other one? What about you? What if I jump you to right there and you get 3 evasion? What do you have for hitting these guys? Nothing. What if I do you there? 60, 75 with the PPC. Ooh. Killing a mech every turn is the most important thing. So here's what I'm going to do. In case she kills him. She's going to aim at him, but she's going to shoot her LRM-5s at the second guy just to take an evasion pip off of him. Because if she kills him with her 2 weapons, I want the next guy to be able to shoot at him, and I want 1 less evasion to make it happen. So we're going to do this. Bingo. So she killed him. So now that means this guy. Yep, so get 1 less evasion there.
Hey, stay in the crosshairs.
Alright, so now what we can do with him is jump him behind. Now, what's a good shot? 70 and 70. The ACs still aren't getting good shots. 25s to hit there? Jeez, can't we get anything better with the autocannons? Can't even hit him there, can I? The autocannons off front shots there. Hit him for 55%. Well, fine. I want those autocannons because they do so much damage. Get him. You really stink with the autocannons, man. You're just not good with them. Ooh, he's gonna shoot at my javelin, who has been sufficiently protected. Okay, so Decker.
Receiving you.
What we're gonna do with Decker is just
Aye, aye.
back up, and unless he's got really high to hit with his missiles, which he doesn't, we're just gonna sensor lock and remove the last 2
Got a lock.
pips of evasion there. That big mech is moving. It's getting closer.
Waiting on you, Commander.
You're right here, and you have a chance to just shoot the crap out of him from behind. 85% with the PPC. So, here's what I want you to do. Plow him. I'll even let you shoot the LRM-5 at him. Yeah, because it doesn't take off that much heat. Just kill him.
Targeting enemy position.
There you go. Right in the back. Back doesn't have a lot of armor. So, here's what we can do. We can jump over. That's pretty good. Because here's what we're going to do. The one weapon of his that doesn't have a great 2-hit right here that I want is the AC-5. If we use some of our resolve and poke him, he's got a 55% chance to hit him.
All weapons.
Came close to doing enough damage.
Enemy mech. Critical damage.
Fortunately, you're last. You can jump over him. You get an 80 and an 80 to hit with those weapons. Oh, man. Right there. 80 and 80 and a 35. Okay, that's as good as we're going to get. Crush him. There we go. So now we've taken out all the supporting enemy troops. We can go after the main dude.
Hostile eliminated.
Hasta la vista, baby. He's coming. You know he's coming up this mountain. He'll be coming up around the mountain when he comes.
Heading out.
He'll be coming up around the mountain when he comes.
On it.
He'll be riding Big Mac Warrior. He'll be riding Big Mac Warrior. He'll be
Standing by.
riding Big Mac Warrior when he comes.
On my way.
Coordinates received.
He'll be shooting all his missiles when he comes.
Location confirmed.
I should spare you all my horrible singing. It's the one talent I don't have. It's a big reason why I picked up the guitar, because I can't sing. People like to say things like I'd give my left nut to be able to sing, but
I read you, Commander. Moving out.
I think I probably would.
Coordinates received.
I've had all my kids. Where is this guy at? Where is the destroy target? Where's, oh, he's way over here on the side. Okay, let's move through the forest.
You betcha.
Let's get over there and take him out. What I was saying earlier, one of the things I really like about the game is a lot of times role-playing games, and I very much consider Battletech and XCOM types of role-playing games. People call them turn-based. Well,
Roger.
Divinity Original Sin 2 is also a turn-based game, but it's a role-playing game, and it's because your characters get skills and level up and get more powerful. And in this case, it's a symbiotic relationship between your pilots and your mechs. Your pilots get more skills, and your mechs get better, and they get more powerful and better weaponry. And so, to me, this very much plays like a turn-based role-playing game. That's what it is. And the thing about turn-based role-playing games is sometimes they give you these time-sensitive missions.
Standing by.
You have to do things in a certain amount of
Moving
time.
to position.
And I hate that. It just drives me nuts. It's like, I want to come to your quest when it's appropriate for me. Ooh, so there's a Vindicator. We have one of these. He's got the PPC. That's what our Vindicator has too. So
Reporting.
having a Vindicator would be really nice. Okay, who do we want to have shoot first is the question. Ugh. Okay, I'm just going to have him shoot first. What's he got for percentages? 75 and 75. Because I can't get the medium laser involved anywhere in there. There, I can't. Oh, I can right there. And that's 65 and 65. So I'd rather have the better shot with the two weapons. I'd rather have 10% better shot with those two weapons. Let's see what we can do. Hey,
Target is taking
there we go.
Aye, aye.
Aye, aye, he says. Aye, aye, skipper. Oh, he's got the two auto cannons at 80% to hit because he's got the blackjack. Well, I don't have any confidence in you hitting with those. Oh, but he did. Well, wasn't that a pleasant surprise? She can hit him there, but she doesn't have any evasion if she does that. So if I put her over here, she gets a bunch of evasion, and she's got really good two hits. I'm 85%. Alright, mech warriors. Decker, I'm going to reserve you because I want this guy to move, and then I want you to either shoot LRMs at him or do something else. Okay, he moved. Can you get him? You can.
Engaging jump jet.
He's got no evasion, and you've got LRMs, so don't worry about sensor locking.
Acknowledge.
There we go. So even though he's trying to run and hide, run and hide, run and hide. Even though he's trying to run and hide, we're going to keep getting shots at him. None of us have breaching shot yet, so those...
Enemy mech. Critical
Oh,
damage.
well, I like critical damage. Certainly. Jump for my love. Jump in. You know you want my lead to fill you up. Right there.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
Yeah, baby. Go get this guy.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Waiting on me. Waiting on you. Do something. Like kill this turkey.
I soar.
It'd be nice if you'd kill.
Here we go.
Well, we whittled him down that turn. Wasn't the best turn. We didn't get him on the ground. That's always my goal. Get him on the ground as soon as possible. But if he's going to shoot at my javelin, who has a bunch of evasion, I'll take it. And he moved, so he has a pip. Now, here's the thing.
Standing by.
That pip doesn't make as much of a difference now. He doesn't have 2 pips. So what I want to do is come up here with lots of evasion. Pretty good chance to hit him with my LRM-15. It's going to take pips. That last pip is going to come off, and
Firing a full salvo.
we're going to do some damage. Oh, and we... yeah, baby.
Critical hit, Commander.
Okay, so guys, his right side is snookemed. So take him from the right side. Keep hurting him. Keep putting the Frank Thomas on him. Let's go. Oh yeah. Okay. Can we get any better numbers? We use this 85. Okay, I can get everything at 85 and I got a 46% chance. I can core him out here, but I want to put him on the ground.
All weapons fired.
I think that's going to kill him anyways. It did. I saw those lasers hit his midsection. Hope we can salvage it. Well done. You managed to wipe the OP4 out. The extraction. See, so then you don't have to go to the extraction site because you destroyed all of the reinforcements. The thing is, the reinforcements are going to find you anyways. If you try to go straight for your assassination target, your reinforcements are going to get you on the way there. So no damage, Charmex. We got experience. We got the Vindicator. So that's the guaranteed piece we're going to take. And we managed to pull up a few more pieces. So that's nice. Everything was worth $3,600,000, it said. I don't know what market that's on, because you certainly can't put those mechs together for that cost and sell it for those things. But it's nice to have the money. It's nice to know it's coming in the form of goods. So there we go. That's going to be the end of that episode, because it's quite long. But Battletech, what do you guys think? I really like to know. I dig this game. I don't know if it's much fun to watch with me narrating, but I certainly like the tactical aspect of it, and I'm trying to do my best to explain all of my reasons for my moves as I make them. So this is where we're at. I'm going to play this very conservatively, which means doing a lot of missions between story missions and making sure that I'm pretty much more or less over-geared for the missions. Before we progress the story, because it's Iron Man and I don't want to die. So we're going to do a lot of missions, and maybe I won't show them all, but we'll do a lot of missions and then we'll progress the story. So thanks for watching. As always, if you guys dig it, leave a question or comment down below. Give a thumbs up on the episode, especially. I love those. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed before. Look for my tutorials on Stellaris and such, and my Patreon is listed in the description down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time.